This is Zamboanga City in southern Philippines. Days after fighting began between government forces and fighters from the Moro National Liberation Front, its streets remain empty. And as more government forces are deployed in the city, the violence has escalated. Around 300 MNLF fighters are holed up in several areas with at least 100 civilian hostages. These volunteers are hoping they'll be able to cross that road so that they can bring aid to those who remain trapped. But they're unable to do so because MNLF snipers are firing down the streets. The violence began on Monday when the military arrested 5 armed members of the Moro National Liberation Front who were seen marching in combat uniforms. At least 8 people were killed in the gun battle that started after their arrests. The armed group signed a peace agreement with the Philippine government in 1996, but that was never fully implemented. Now it's opposing peace talks with another group called the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. The MNLF says it's been left out of the negotiations. The government won't say if a political solution is in place or if negotiations are even underway.
My primary objective is to make sure that every life of every citizen thereat that is threatened should be saved. That is the primary objective. I do not set deadlines because deadlines would only mean frustration if we do not reach them.
This violence has already affected those who have little to do with the conflict. Like Marta Lipaso and her 4 children. They were trapped by the fighting for days. She says she and her family are now left with nothing.
It's even harder now. I'm even more scared. My children are getting sick. We have no place to sleep. We have lost our home.
At least 12,000 people have been forced to leave their homes. People are living on the streets with barely anything to eat or drink and with no assurance of when they can go back home again. And many of them say they have little faith that the situation will improve, while hoping to find a place where they can live without the fear of violence and uncertainty. Jamela, Alindogan, Al Jazeera, Zamboanga City, Southern Philippines.